Good morning all. So as you can see, it's really dark outside. It's actually about 5:45 in the morning and I'm just walking to the train station. This morning I've decided to take work off because Superdrug have kindly invited me to their Know Your Status panel with Dr. Alix from Love Island. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. So I'm heading up to London this morning to learn a bit more about HIV and AIDS. So Know Your panel is basically in support of HIV Awareness Week and World AIDS Day, and I think it's important that a lot of people know more about the facts of this matter because sadly the topic is not really spoken about as much. So I'm sharing my experience here with you guys today just so that I can do my bit and raise some awareness as well about this matter. So yeah, I've got to hurry because my train's going to leave soon, but I will catch up with you shortly. How tragic. Yes, I'm actually wearing my Primark fluffy socks as gloves this morning because I accidentally picked these up instead of my gloves. So woohoo! It's looking like a weirdo. Finally reached London, and as always I've taken the wrong escalators down to the Victoria line, so I'm having to walk all of this. Nice one, Sim.
I know, we've just literally been brought up and all the fruit, so that's all good.
So yeah, I finally arrived at the event. It's a really lovely room. Just to show you now. Got my little hashtag Know Your Status tag here, so I'm going to be doing a lot of posts on the day, just keeping updates about everything and the facts that I learned, and also broadcasting them here for you guys. Now I've also got the most beautiful breakfast here ever, so just going to show you. Look at how lovely that is. I haven't had dragon fruit in a while. Oh, is it going to focus? Yeah. So I've got a lovely granola ball there, and yeah, lots of fruits, keeping really nice and healthy, though I was a little bit naughty earlier and had one of those lovely donuts. So good. So yeah, excited for the panel, and keep you posted.
Oh, you got the same. I got the same.
Have you?
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really good.
It's really good. I like the way you put the cat for a squeeze.
Yeah, literally.
Cool, you good?
Oh, it's video.
Yeah, sorry.
You done me over there. So it's like that's more. That's funnier now. That's even better than what you would have had.
So I'm just quickly going to take you around the building. So it's actually really lovely in here. Just want to show you. I love the details in here. I didn't even know this place existed. So the actual location for the event is in Endell Street in London, right by Covent Garden, and it's called the Hospital Club. Yeah, didn't realise this place existed. We are in the forest room this way, so I'm just going to take you through, show you a little bit more just before the panel starts. Oh my god, the food is so amazing. I'm just going to show you again quickly. So here we are. How scrumptious, literally. If I could have breakfast like this every day, I so totally would, but I cannot afford that stuff.
I'm Brigette, and I'm founder and CEO of a company called BioSure, and we developed the world's first approved HIV self-test that uses blood. So it's quite an amazing thing. It's only possible to self-test now because HIV is treatable.
So I'm Alex George. Some of you probably remember me as being the Sunderland Pard guy at Love Island. I am actually looking a little bit at least. So I work in A&E in Lewisham Hospital, so in Lambeth, not that far away from here. And I think for me, I'm really trying to focus on issues that affect young people. I think sexual health is really up there at the moment for all sorts of reasons, one of which is HIV, of course.
A third of all people would hesitate to give first aid to someone who was hurt if they knew that they had HIV, again, even if they're on meds. People on meds are not a threat to you. They're completely safe. And yet folks won't go and have a cocktail with them or help them if they've been hit by a car. We've got to get this message through to people, not only to help folks' sex lives, but to help their whole lives.
It's a completely different outlook, and you know, we're almost at the stage now saying that if you have HIV, you're on antiretroviral therapy, and your viral loads, your essentially amount of HIV floating around is almost zero, i.e. good suppression from the treatment, that your risk of passing on HIV is essentially zero. I think that's an amazing step to take, because what we're really saying is that for people who previously thought, oh, if I have HIV, that's the end of my sex life, and you know, I'm just going to have to be single forever, that isn't the case. And actually, I think that in itself is a really powerful thing. So I think we've come a long way from being a diagnosis of HIV equating to likely, death at a young age, to this is something we can really, really control, and we can live full and enjoyable lives. So that's why it's so important that we get rid of this stigma.
And I think what we see more and more of is there's this subtle feeling that, okay, you can probably live with HIV/AIDS, that your mum will definitely find out if you're pregnant. And so we've seen different contraception use that is actually not supporting the prevention of STDs, including HIV.
So I work in a sexual health clinic, and part of that was HIV, part was general gun clinic. And if you ask people why they use condoms, the first thing they say is pregnancy. It's actually quite unusual for people to go like, oh, it's a lot later down the line they say actually not catching an STI. And of course we know that in prevention of HIV through sex, condoms is really important. So part of the whole stigma for me is battling. We were on a podcast talking to AJ about this, that condoms are quite often seen as very uncool. People don't like, if guys are carrying them, they must be out to have sex, and if women have got it in their home, they must be, promiscuous as well. So that's another more separate battle I'm trying to have as well. But condoms with HIV is so important.
Literally, that's it. So it's a fraction of a drop of blood. You touch it on your finger, and this sucks it up automatically like a straw, and then you push it in this pot, and that's it. And it looks for antibodies in your blood rather than the HIV virus. And it is, one line is negative, 2 lines is a positive, and a positive test anywhere in the world, in a laboratory, in a clinic, is always confirmatory tested. So if you have a positive test result, you say, what's that? Obviously there's the NHS here, so it's unbelievable. You go, they'll test, and you go straight onto treatment. And it is as easy as that.
So I've just finished off at the Superdrug Know Your Status panel event, and what a lovely insightful morning that was. And it was really, really nice to meet all of the panellists and get to ask some of our own personal questions about HIV and AIDS. I'll speak more about it later. My hair is blown everywhere. But yeah, I'm walking in the middle bit of Oxford Street, just because it's less awkward to vlog, although there's a lot of people really staring at me, and I don't know how I feel about this, because this is the first vlog that I've ever filmed. But yeah, I'm gonna go do some shopping now because I've got a bit of time to waste, so I'll speak to you guys soon. It's my favourite time of year because they're starting to put up all the Christmas decorations. House of Fraser is looking lovely. Shock, so I'm in Zara again, trying to spend money that I don't have. Let's have a little wander around anyway. That was a shame. I basically got told off for filming. So there's a few things I need to learn as a little vlogger, isn't there? Yes, unfortunately I can't show you a few things that I'm liking in Zara at the moment. But if you're not following me on Instagram, that is kind of the best place to see all my new outfits and stuff. I post most frequently on there, so if you want to keep up to date with my style and things, yeah, that's just a little bit of a shame. Has anybody else got that? Or is that just a particular store I went in? I don't know. But yeah, a little bit disheartening. Anyway, I'm going to go find some lunch and then make my way back to Kent because I've actually got work this afternoon. So I've only just gone and done it. I've missed my train, but it's okay. There's another one coming in about 10 minutes time, which will get me back to Kent. Might be a little bit late to work, but that'll be alright. I'm sure they won't mind. Also, I forgot to mention that I'm actually flying out to Berlin tomorrow. Haven't packed my stuff yet. Disaster, I know. So I'm gonna have to do that after I come in from work. Yeah. finally back in Kent now. I'm just gonna head to work, and I've also just changed up some money for Berlin tomorrow. Home now from work and everything, and yeah, what an amazing morning that was, raising awareness about HIV and AIDS. One of the things that surprised me the most was the fact that actually the stigma around HIV is what kills more people than actually having the HIV. So it is important to know your status and to get tested. There is a BioSure self-test kit that you can purchase in Superdrug, which you can basically take home and do it yourself and see if you know you're HIV positive, which is important to know because you can get treatment for it. Also, another thing that they mentioned in the panel that I wanted to talk about was the fact that a lot of people were scared to get pregnant. However, people are not scared about the other sort of health effects. So yeah, that was also really interesting to find out. So yeah, I'm back home now and I've got to pack for Berlin, so that's a little bit stressful. Also, another thing that's added to it all is that my friend can't get his passport from the passport office. It's not ready, so basically he's lost his place on the holiday. So yeah, I think I might go to the pub. So just quickly before I run away to the pub, I want to show you the BioSure HIV self-test kit. It's right here. It's known as the world's easiest HIV kit, available in Superdrug. And yeah, so all it takes is a prick on your finger and you can find out your result in 15 minutes.